What's up, guys? Darcy here from Last One Stand Strategy. Today we're going to take a look at some elbow strikes. All right, stay tuned. All right, so in understanding elbow strikes, we want to understand what part of our elbow we're using. We're going to be using this blade that goes from the point of the elbow up about 3 inches or so, 2 or 3 inches up towards the wrist. Now, if we make a fist, it's going to get covered up with meat. If we have our hands nice and loose, it's totally exposed, right? So targets that we're generally going to be using from a standing position with these strikes are going to be the head and the face, but also collarbone, shoulder, ribs, and solar plexus are great targets. Generally, you're going to be using a 2, a 3, a 5, a 6 to 12, and sometimes a 12 to 6, depending on where you are, depending on where your attacker is. Now, understanding this is really important because as soon as you get into that clench range, if you pull down the hand, you can bring that elbow across towards the head. Now, if you pull it down, if you're pulling down their hand and you only come across to the 3, there's a good chance you're going to get caught up on their arm. Whereas if you pull it down and you start to throw a 1 o'clock or a 2 o'clock strike, there's a good chance it's actually going to create that opening and you sneak that in. The same as is if your opponent has a really wide guard, if you're able to paw and keep that guard open as you enter, you can bring that 6 to 12, that Hatmala elbow right up the middle. Again, trying to strike with that blade onto the hard or soft stuff of the face. All right, let's take a look at some strikes. Well, I have to be in closer range, proximity to my attacker, to my bag, than for a punch or for a kick. So in order to get into that space, there's all kinds of things we can do, all kinds of games of movement that we can utilize. One of them that I really like is this hop. So I bring up the I bring up my front leg, go mid-level, okay, and I hop with the back leg to throw the elbow or to throw a punch. Same thing can be deep kick, step across the line, elbow, right? So we're using this to hide that. This comes up to hide this step right here, across that line, throw that elbow. It could be even as simple as jab, cross, hook, elbow, cross, elbow, right? Elbow. There's so many variations, really we can't even get into it. So more importantly, to look at how you're getting there. So again, it could be a deep kick, elbow, it could be a hop, elbow, it could be a jab, elbow. Sometimes, even with the right timing, right distancing, you'll find a guy has his guard open just enough, that can be it. That quick fake with that elbow. Just some things to think about. So, obviously the striking of an elbow is going to be different than the striking of a punch, right? So you guys are going to have to focus on different ways of utilizing the elbow through movement of your head, footwork, or body angling. And sometimes that can be as simple as hiding the elbow behind another strike, okay? It could be hiding the elbow with an angle. It could be changing the distance with Superman. There's a whole bunch of different things you guys can learn. So take a look at the different modalities that people are using from different martial arts, the different setups, the different counters, and play around with it with a bit of pad work, a bit of shadow boxing, and of course, if you can, some healthy competition. All right, you guys, take care.